Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again to Eyes of Africa TV. Yes, this is your favorite NextGen show. This is where we talk about issues affecting youth, the next generation, Gen Z. Day is going to be a special day because we've got solutions to a particular issue affecting youth, which is unemployment. Welcome to the show. My name is Tosin.
And I am Esther. Welcome to another episode of the Next Gen Show. Of course, as usual, we have an amazing topic to discuss today, and I hope after this discussion segment, you have to learn one or two during the discussion. Please enjoy the program.
Yeah, employed. And I know that lots of graduates today, we always have a kind of picture. We have the picture of the kind of place we want to work, the kind of career we want to build for ourselves. But we all are not always lucky to find ourselves in that particular place. So what do you do in that kind of a situation? What you can do is to just like look for an organization that you wish to work. Take for instance a construction company. Okay, XYZ construction company. That is the place you really wish to work. And employment is not for, maybe they're looking for, maybe, you know, now they're looking for experienced people, like maybe 10 years experience, 5 years experience, and you do not have any experience. As a fresh graduate, you're just coming out of, fresh out of the oven. And what are you supposed to do? You can always walk up to that company and tell them you want to volunteer. You don't have to be paid. In that process, you're learning. In that process, you're gaining experience. In that process, you are getting used to that company itself. You are networking. You are getting to know people. Exactly. So by the time the volunteering duration elapses, when they see your capability, they see the things you can do, they see what you're bringing to the table, they see your addition to the company, of course, they want to give you an employment offer. But if you just sit back at home and say, oh, after graduation, how can I just go to a company and start volunteering after spending like 5-7 years in school? I want to start making money. So you don't expect that money to start coming. We all are not lucky with, after NYC, you get a job. So we should try to leverage on volunteering so that we can curb unemployment, because we have so many graduates who are yet to be employed. Or what do you say?
In addition to what you say, I think, although as a person, I've never really think that wide of volunteering before, to be honest, but I think it's a good thing. It's something that can be used to curb the rate of unemployment in our economy now, because yes, our economy, getting a job is not that easy.
Exactly.
Just like Nigeria is and all that, but one of the things I feel would be an obstacle, or is an obstacle, is impatience. Youth, especially the young ones, we just want to get everything hot. We want to get that good paying job immediately. We want to start cashing out immediately. So people will be like, so if I want to go and volunteer, how would I cope? How would I when I know I'm not getting anything at the end of the month? How would I cope? How would I do this? Yes, I know it won't be easy. It's not really that easy. As in you knowing you're working, and it's not like you're expecting anything at the end of the month.
For 6 months, 3 months.
But then I feel instead of looking it at that way, you should look at it in another angle of you're working on yourself, you're building yourself, you're learning. Just like you mentioned, all companies, if not even some, all companies, all organizations in this country,
they need experience.
They've got experience.
Yes.
You'll be having 10 years experience.
10 years experience.
15 years
and as a fresh graduate,
and me, I'll be like, oh, do you want me to start working from when I'm 2 years old? It's crazy. So that experience matters. You just look at it in another angle, that yes, you're building yourself, you're learning, and even at that ways to this thing, you can decide to volunteer, and then after everything, it doesn't go the way you said it, like the company calling you an employment offer. So your expectations, I think your expectations should not be too high. So that just go like, you want to work on yourself, you want to build yourself, you have something you want to learn, you just want to work on your own experience, then do not have that high expectation. So if eventually on the long run it goes the way you want it, maybe they say, okay, you are good, let's take you in, then that's fine, that's your own advantage. But if at the long run it didn't go again, you're not living empty-handed. You've learned one or two things that would even help you And this time around, you're different from a fresher. You're no longer a fresher because yes you already
now
know
have
you now have experience.
You have a leverage over a fresh graduate.
And another one again is, I feel volunteering is the best, is the better way instead of staying idle. Because they say an idle man is the devil workshop.
Yeah, exactly.
I went for a report, was it yesterday was Friday. Okay, no, on Friday I went for a report in a police station where they were parading suspects and all that. And the particular case of a young guy, is a graduate. According to me, graduated since 2014. You get, so he was doing boat driver, Uber, I don't really know. And then after the subsidy removal, he wasn't getting enough ride, enough money, and he's married with a kid, so he had to look for an alternative. So he switched to ride, but then with another motive. Whenever he has the ride, he will have to call his gang. They'll wait at a particular bus stop. When they are approaching there, he will tell his partner that, oh, I have a flat tire, I need to stop in front, so I'll check one or two things. When he stops, his gang will come in and then rob the person. And unfortunately for him, he was caught. So he was telling the story there in the police station on Friday. He was telling the story that he regretted it and this. So though it wasn't idle though, but patient, lack of impatience. And again, I think our government needs to do better, because according to him now, he started in just 2 months and he has gotten like 700,000 naira for himself alone. His gang too would have gotten maybe the same amount. You understand? So quick money, like and so maybe I don't know if he has something in mind. Another one is you knowing what you want. You have something you want. Okay, I want to do this, but then I don't have the experience. Okay, let me go to this organization that's into it so that I'll gather the experience and all that.
And again, look at the present day economy. You know that we have high costs of living right now. Things are really skyrocketing. And looking at the fuel subsidy removal affecting a lot of people, this is not the time for us to fold our hands waiting for the government to provide a job or waiting for that job to just come to you on a platter of gold. You need to step out of your comfort zone
and do something.
What you can do for yourself. If the job is not forthcoming, you go and you create the job. You go and meet the job where it is. Okay, take for instance, we have XYZ Internet. Okay, XYZ company. Okay, this is the kind of place you wish to work, but you're not getting employment. You need to go there yourself. You don't need to sit down and start sending CV. Do you know bulk of CVs companies receive in a day? You can imagine. So if they receive bulk of CVs in their mail in a day, how can they just come through and pick your own? So you just have to you have to be proactive. You need to take that step of going there. Just present yourself to them that you wish to volunteer. Instead of sitting back at home doing nothing, waiting for the job to come, you want to volunteer, you want to learn. I'm very sure that like 50 or 60% of any company you walk up to that you want to volunteer will accept you. And when they accept you, you are going to sign maybe like a contract, like, okay, you want to volunteer for 3 months, 6 months, then they'll tell you, okay, it's fine. At the end of that 6 months, if you put your best into the work, if you put your best and they see what you can do, they see your addition to the company, they see what you are bringing to the table, of course they will not let you go when that duration, volunteering duration elapses. They would not. So I think youth need to be thinking towards this direction. And I know that the reason why some you don't want to, like fresh graduates, don't want to go through this route is because you want to start, they believe that, okay, my parents, yes, my parents sent me to school 5 years, and it's time for them to start eating the fruit of their labor. They will eat. But you need to first learn, because in this kind of country that we find ourselves, companies want experienced people. You don't have that experience, they don't want to take you, they don't want to take amateur people. You know, someone that does not have any experience. So the only way you can get this experience as a fresh graduate is to volunteer.
Another thing is not just volunteering though. It's not that, okay, I want to work in social company, I don't have the experience, let me go and volunteer. It's not all about you going to volunteer. It's all about you, your willingness to learn, your willingness to be good.
That's if you're willing to learn
at what you do. you go, yes, you want to go and then learn just to build yourself, and not just going for going sake that let me just go so that they will employ me. Because if you're not good at what you're doing, there's every tendency that the company will not even consider employing you and all that. So that's just it.
Yes, you're really right. And one thing I want to add again is that how many graduates are really willing to learn, to have that, to be patient enough to learn, to pass through that process of learning.
We have people that would want to, there are two sides to these things. Yes,
and I've seen some graduates that they feel like, oh, job is not forthcoming in where I wish to pursue my career. Let me switch career. Exactly. I think that's not the best option.
No.
It is not the best option.
It can't be ruled out. It can't be ruled out entirely.
That is the best option to switch career.
Yes, it can't be ruled out entirely. Like you are in one place and you're seeing it's not favoring you. It's not you're not really happy doing it. Yes, it's good to switch instead of wasting your time. Instead of just wasting time, whiling away your time in that.
I disagree.
If you decide to switch career, I switched career.
I disagree.
You understand? I was in a place and I wasn't getting the value. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. There was no joy. As in, I'm working. There was no joy.
Okay.
So I had to switch.
Okay.
So you can't just rule it out.
Okay. All this there. Let me ask a question. Now you have switched career. What you are doing presently, compared to where you were before, which is giving you much joy?
That is what I'm saying.
No, just answer the question.
That's what I'm saying, that it can't be ruled out.
Which one is giving you more? Which one is giving you more joy?
Listen to what I said.
You're doing presently, right?
I said you are in a place and you know you're not getting anything from it. It's advisable. It's like if you want to switch, you can switch. You can't rule it out entirely.
What I'm saying, okay, let me explain better. Okay, take for instance, you graduated as a mass communication student and you wish to work in a print media. Take for instance a print media. So after graduation, after NYSC, the job is not forthcoming, and you feel like, oh, I've submitted my CVs to different printing firms, and nothing is forthcoming. Even broadcast media, print media, nothing is forthcoming. Okay, let me just switch job. Let me just go into maybe. Okay, let me take for instance. Let me go into. Give me one. Okay. Construction company. Let me just switch there to start making money till when that one will come. Bet it with me, if you are making good money in that construction company, you will not go back to that print media. And that is what you have passion for. If you are faced with challenges in that construction company, you will want to go back. Like you'll be frustrated. But when you are doing what you are passionate about, you know that every job has its own hazards. There's no how you not face challenges in your career. But if you are pursuing that career that you are passionate about and you are faced with that challenges, believe me, you, in quotes, excuse that my language, you will not go back. You will still stay there. So that's what I'm saying. Instead of you to switch career, the best thing for you is to just go and volunteer. Look for a print media.
Same thing.
Yes, look for a print media, volunteer, stay there. And if they refuse to employ you, still remain there. If you finish learning what you're learning, move to another place.
Like we are still saying the same thing, but I can't really rule out switching career here. Like I can't really start completely. I just don't know, but I can't really rule it out. But then that's for that. Another thing again is starting small. Starting small. You know, some graduates will be like, okay, I went to school for 4 years. I paid so amount for school fees. I did this, I did that. How can I come and start working, doing a job of 50,000 naira and all that?
Some people want to start earning like 300k immediately after graduation. You understand?
If it's really what you want to do, if it's really in the line of what you want to do, what you wish to do, it's still the same thing like volunteering. But this one, you're getting
you're getting something out of it.
Just see it like, okay, I just want to go to this place and then build myself up. Maybe after so years, give yourself a time frame, you leave. So you just see it as a volunteering. But some will sit and be like, no, I cannot go for that 50,000. That will say for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years after NYSC, and then no job, and you're still waiting for that 200,000 naira job. It will not come. So instead of whiling away your time, waiting for that big job to come, why not leverage on the one the available one, not really for a longer period of time, but just for the purpose and aim of you empowering yourself and then building yourself while waiting for that big job you want.
Yes, so now this message goes out to all graduates, unemployed graduates, fresh graduates, that you should try. It's important for you to leverage on volunteering to get your dream job. So don't just add up to the unemployed, the rate of unemployed graduates we have already. One way you can actually, help the country by not adding up is to leverage on volunteering. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode, and I hope you've learned a lot from today.
Don't forget to
subscribe,
like, comment, share, and the most important, like the cocoa of the cocoa, subscribe. It's so important. You can get notifications for our next videos. If you miss it, you miss out.
Yeah, in a long time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. I'm Esther.
And I'm Tosin. Bye.